This is Dances with Kobolds, and tonight we are playing. Call from the Deep. And tonight, before I let Patrick take it away, in the doobly-doo down below, there is a link to our extra life page, as well as the Heroes Wanted collective of shows. Now, without further ado, tonight I am joined by
Patrick. I'll be the DM for tonight. Also with us are...
Hello, everyone. My name is Lorne. I'm playing Myth Doris, the Githyanki War Wizard.
There we go. I am Brendan, and I'll be playing Old Silver, the Sea Elf Sea Captain.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'll be playing Pavo, the Aarakocra Bard, with trying to find a new sound.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara, and I shall be playing Perfect timing, as soon as I unmute myself. Anyways, hi everyone, I'm Tara. I shall be playing Ishka, the Water Genasi Druid of the Coast.
Neil I am, and I'll be playing as Scrap Heap, a Warforged Paladin following the Oath of Vengeance.
You wouldn't have been able to keep that up. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing Montauk, Lord of the Summits, Goliath, Battlemaster fighter, who has recently found himself between a coral and a hard place.
And you're nothing but a heartbreak every day. And I'm Stephanie. I'll be playing Rue Belle Devereaux, Cleric of Umberlee, and the second Princess of Moraes.
Last session, your boat had been boarded by some coral creatures that told you they had been invited for food. Rebuffing them, Montauk instead offered a small jug of vinegar, starting a quick fight. During this fight, a flash of darkness let Ishka know that there were also others on the boat that had headed below deck. And you later realized that the shield you had been carrying around, which telepathically spoke to you, had obviously called these Selenites as a distraction for a heist to free itself from your grasp. Below deck, your crew mates, Luth and Utanke, fought bravely alongside of you as new foes appeared, emitting these loud screeches that stunned you across the boat. And then their leader's thunderous voice caused most of you to quake with fear. The rest of you keeping up the fight below deck as the leader pushed past Utanke to climb to the deck. They then stepped over the rail onto a waiting wave which washed them and the shield away. On board, the sea creatures that had been attacking then mutated into an elvish woman and a human man who, under your interrogation, claimed to be sailors from ships and had both lost years of time. You kept them tied up over the next day while Rubel's servants fixed parts of the ship scarred by her lightning bolts, and you put together a quick rigging to replace the staircase Pavo blew up with a shatter spell during the fight.
I was going to say...
On the final morning before reaching Neverwinter, you have taken the captives up on deck to enjoy a bit of sun. Rubel and Ishka still had them tied up, but they attempted to leap overboard, but were held back by the two women. And then they have now turned and have begun begging to be released, as it is time for them to go back to the depths. And that is where we pick up.
Okay, I'm actually going to whisper this.
I'm in the cabin, not on top of the cabin.
Yeah, Montauk is just holding his sword up and just going, below decks now.
Did they transform back?
Yeah,
They
that's
sure
just what I
did.
asked.
They
but I didn't
started
want
to, yes. Yep.
Okay, good.
Can I knock her? I have one tackled. Can I knock her out?
You can certainly try. Let's roll initiative, everybody, I guess.
We shouldn't be prisoners.
I will beat this prisoner if I want to.
Evening.
One.
Bugger.
Oh, wow.
We're either rolling real well or real bad.
Anybody got sleep?
And
Anybody?
me and Montauk are rolling real bad.
God damn.
And
What's that?
ladies and gentlemen, that is my last critical for the night.
Hooray!
Aw.
Good
Right, I
lord,
am
you
too.
guys. Get rid of him now.
You know, I'm feeling
Seriously, people.
I'm feeling cocky, so I'm gonna give a dungeon master an inspiration. There you go. I'm feeling cocky.
It's not.
No,
Jesus.
no.
With a 17, I was feeling all right, but oof. Yeah, Nith Doris, you are first to act as you see them start to mutate back, but they appear sort of panicked and are literally begging to be released at this point.
Well, I didn't trust them to begin with. How do I want to do this? All right, you know what? We're just going to pop a second level magic missile, 2 in each.
All right.
So that's for the one on the left, and 5 on the one on the right.
All right. Yeah, they slam into both of them, and they're sort of shocked, but they continue to change. And yeah, they just like, please, we have to go. We have to go back.
All right,
Any
and
movement, any bonus action?
not for me. Minerva's going to come in and give the help action against the female-looking elf, and then fly back to me, my pretty.
All right. Pavo.
All right, so they're squirming and they want to get back in the ocean. Is there a bucket of seawater, for cleaning anywhere nearby?
Sure, I'll say that Fumamu was swabbing part of the deck.
I'm gonna grab that, and I'm not gonna throw it. Let's actually, I'll move closer, and I'll go around Ishka and toss the contents onto this one to see if that abates the needing to run away or transformation.
All right, you splash this seawater, and it does not stop the transformation. But their cries, he sort of stops for a second and just kind of looks at you, and his head is sort of cocked to one side, confusedly.
Oh, I thought you needed it to breathe. Okay, I guess you have to kill him.
Ishka, so you have the rope holding this one tight here as it continues transforming.
So the things that these things turn into, they're more monstrosities. They're not naturally occurring beasts, correct? Like I would have figured that out in the time that between then and now.
Yes.
Okay. That, okay, I feel bad then, but these things did attack our ship, but because they're monstrosities and not actual, like, naturally occurring beasts. I still have the one guy by the rope, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to try and kill him. I am actually going to try and pull him below deck.
Knock him out! Knock him out! They're
Ooh.
gonna do their singy thing again!
Contested strength check as you basically have him grappled, so you want to drag him.
Yeah. Strength. Haha, this was not a smart idea. But it's I'm committed. It was what first popped into my mind.
That is a 22. Yeah, you pull, and they do not budge at all.
Damn it. Okay. Don't kill them. Knock them out.
Takes us to Rubel. You also have this elvish woman that is now transformed, still tied up in a rope in front of you.
You bitch! I showed you mercy! And I will non-lethally attack her. I have her grappled so I can still attack. Yeah, that's how that works.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to non-lethally attack her with my scimitar.
That is
I'd
a
like to
miss.
point out, She had
Oh, you have advantage, so that is a hit. Yes, luckily the owl came in and gave you some assistance. So yeah, you
Thank you.
slash across. They are
Non-lethally, of course.
Yeah, they're barely injured at this point. They are hurt, but they are not terribly wounded. But they just continue to cry out in almost supplication. And at this point, you almost feel like they're not even speaking to you guys as they are sort of crying out. That takes us to Scrap Heap.
Okay, hearing Ishka out that we just need to knock them out, I'm gonna head over. Right between both of them. Are they on the edge of the ship or they're on the ship inside on deck?
They're on deck, but they had attempted to climb over the side, so they're being held back by Rubel and Ishka.
Okay, so I'm going to first activate my Divine Favor, and I'm gonna attack. Which ones hurt the most right now? The one on the left or the right?
The one
The one on
in
the
front
right.
of Rubel.
Okay, I'm focusing my attack on the one on the right, and the one that's next to Rubel. First one coming in.
Hits.
Again, I'll just say this: it's a non-lethal attack, just knocking it out.
That's fine.
And
Your
that's a
second
definite hit.
swing misses.
And
Yeah,
that's a-
you strike across with your longsword, and there is that sort of quick radiant flash, but again, doesn't seem to necessarily be even paying you any attention.
That's it for me.
All right. And with that, these creatures like breathe in, and you see their eyes are black, but they are wide open, and you hear issuing from their voice boxes, instead of the cries you've heard, you just hear this weird garbled voice that just screams out for help. Why won't you help? And you hear this start to be sort of choked, and you see a thin sort of trickle of what appears to be water come from their ears, and then they both start coughing up seawater and drown in front of you on this deck. Takes us to Old Silver.
I'm sorry, Ishka, but I left my non-lethal arrows at home. Oh, they're both. Oh, they're dead.
They drowned Old Silver.
I thought they were starting to drown.
Huh, you don't get the deck.
Nope.
You
I
don't
thought it was
get
gonna
that
take a
type of
couple
deck.
rounds.
No, and you can see as it sort of melts and sort of runs out, you see like what appears to be almost brain matter running out of their heads as well. Rubel and Montauk and Scrap Heap.
Ew.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anything around, something they might have been talking to?
Yes.
It's kept saying you, but obviously we're not helping them. 18?
Yeah, you look around, the waters around you seem calm. It is, it's a bright, sunny morning. The only disturbance you see is the look on Fomamu's face as he's looking at Pavo after throwing his bucket of cleaning water away.
I mean, there's a whole ocean of it, but
I can't fly and get it, you jerk.
I'll fill it up. I thought he was suffocating. I don't know.
And you can attack at range non-lethally.
Yeah, that's why I said I left my non-lethal arrows at home. Make sure they're dead. They've tricked us before.
With that, you guys are out of initiative order. What would you like to do?
Montauk is going to back away from this. He wants nothing to do with this. He's going to just stand on this ballista. He's going to load a big bolt into it. He's going to cock the slide. He is just going to hold on to this thing for dear life in case the Kraken or something shows up.
Taking Old Silver's advice, I may check to make sure that they are dead.
You have to
And-
sort of like
The first
cut
thing
throats.
I'm doing is running my great sword through this elf's head, and then I'm going to try and examine its brain.
All right, yeah, you slice through with your longsword, and another like large splash of seawater sort of splashes out, and you see that most of their brains have simply been liquefied. You are looking at an empty sort of skull.
Does anyone know anything that can do this?
Can I
Oh,
roll can I roll a history?
Not like this.
You can roll me a history check, Scrap Heap. You have heard of various creatures of legend that can do this, things with great telepathic abilities like aboleths and other sort of things along that line.
Well, that's pretty much my Wikipedia for now.
And Pavo, you recognize the devastating effects of psychic damage.
All right. It definitely looks like it's something was controlling them. You don't move around if your brain's empty. I mean,
Well,
we do
whoever
if you're scrap
was,
heap, but
I would laugh if I had a command function related to laughing, but for now we can't find the strings to whoever the puppet master
I'm
is.
good with strings.
I'm going to search them for anything useful to take off their bodies, and if I don't find anything, kick them into the ocean.
Wait,
We should take the corpses with us.
yeah, should we
Yes.
come back if that's...
Someone in Neverwinter might know more.
Exactly. And these people don't deserve a sea burial. We should burn them or something.
They're
Jerks.
going to smell. I don't want them on the ship.
Oh, we can
How
give them
far
to
are
the
we
vultures.
from? How far are we from Neverwinter? Yeah.
You will reach Neverwinter this afternoon.
And we
Yeah.
have
We should keep
barrels.
them.
We'll just pop off a couple empty barrels, pop them in, seal it up.
Rue, you're a cleric. Why don't you just cast Gentle Repose on them?
I was about to ask that.
Let me see. Gentle Repose, is that a cantrip?
No, it's like second level, but you'd have to have it prepared as a cleric.
So
I never
worst
have it
case-
prepared.
Rubel would never have any spell with the word gentle in the title in it.
Well, worst case, we wait until the morning because Ishka is not comfortable with shoving their bodies into a barrel.
I mean, it'll stop the smell, and they are leaking.
Moose,
Wait,
come here and shove these bodies in a barrel.
We can wait until the morning, and then Rue can prepare Gentle Repose and cast it.
But
in
we're
the
gonna
last
be
10
in
days.
Neverwinter
In the morning,
this
we're
We're going to be in
afternoon.
the afternoon. We're like 4 hours in.
So then,
What
why
about-
are we bothering to shove them in a barrel? Let's just wrap them up in some sailcloth.
Why
I don't
don't
wanna have to
we
cut-
freeze them and put them in a barrel so we could store them until we get to our
Just leave
destination?
them.
Ishka is
Yeah.
going to start ignoring all of you
Jesus.
and just start wrapping up their bodies in sailcloth.
Oh, Gentle Repose is a ritual. I can ritual
but you
cast
can't-
it.
You can't ritual cast.
You
a
have,
cleric
yeah,
unless you
the
have
only
it.
way you can
Yeah.
ritual cast, you have to have it prepared.
Aw, damn it.
Wizards are the only one who can ritually cast, if they don't take a feat, any spell that they have in their spell book.
Shite.
So
Oh,
Ishka wraps
Ishka,
up.
you are being very reasonable. I will help you.
Thank you.
Patrick, I'm gonna be for now. How long has it been since we struck them down?
Oh, minutes.
Minute?
Okay, so right now I'm just gonna use my divine sense. Do I feel anything?
Reaching out with your divine sense, you get no immediate return from your senses. The area appears clear.
That's a lie.
Even at 60 feet.
Minerva's a celestial.
Oh,
No, she's a fae. She's a fae, sorry.
you could have.
Or I
this
think
one.
she could be either, I think.
So which is she?
Which is she?
You could also be a fiend.
I'm going to say celestial if it can be. I'm going to double check that.
Celestial
Pretty
Fae or
sure.
Fiend.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah,
I
she'd be
always do the
celestial.
fiendish one.
Yeah. So other than Minerva, you pick nothing else up.
Okay, seems clear. Whoever Whoever they are, they're outside of my range. Or they're not detectable.
And Fumamu walks up and just says, well, if I had my cleaning bucket of water, I could mop this mess up right away, you know.
I mean, being passive aggressive helps a lot, I suppose.
How much does a bucket weigh, Patrick?
Empty?
With full of seawater.
Full of seawater, I would say it is probably between 8 and 10 pounds.
We can attach a rope to it and bring it up.
Let's see here.
We have someone who can literally fly.
Yeah, no, I can just use Mage Hand to get it. If it's going to be 8 to 10 pounds, it can hold 10 pounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. We got seawater.
Yeah, Fumamu just sort of mumbles under his breath, send someone else to do your own work. Yeah, I see how you are, Birdman.
Wow.
And then he continues,
Fumamu.
cleaning and sort of swabbing the deck while you guys deal with the rest of it.
And then he continues to clean the ship for me?
Well, that's what he was doing before you threw his bucket.
You can just grab the bucket.
Better than kicking
No,
it.
he's just being passive aggressive. It's okay.
All right, where do you want to keep the bodies while you head into Neverwinter?
Drag them into the captain's quarters.
No, that's a big old pass.
Already doing it.
Yep.
Drag him back out, because I'm not sleeping with him.
You don't have to sleep in my room with me.
I believe I called it. That's
Nobody's
fair.
sleeping. This afternoon is 3 hours away.
I'm going to start playing the annoying song everyone hates.
All of your songs?
If that's the only thing that gets me not sleeping next to two dead bodies, it will
You
be
don't
all
have
night.
They're
to
not
sleep
going-
with them.
Put
Jesus!
them in my room.
That's not
Put them
your
in my
room.
room.
We're hours
Bravo.
away. It doesn't matter.
Pavo, they're going to be off the ship before you have to go to bed.
All right, so they're okay if they're too good for barrels, but, they got to go in my room.
Oh my god, be silent!
Well, we both know that's not going to happen.
I just wanted to argue with him when we could have peacefully been listening to one of his songs.
Ulsilver very quickly runs up to the top and takes control of the wheel again.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I mean,
I assume that
the seas have been
Luth would take
gently calm, so you've got Luth who also sort of takes the wheel every once in a while.
Scribe, he just picks up a mop and he starts swapping the deck.
Well, I guess we can do one thing to deal with this, and I'll start dumping this bottle of perfume on them.
Jesus, it's only a few hours! Stop being a wuss!
Yeah, then you take them.
That perfume smells worse than they do at this point.
Oh, what is it, Eau de Toilette?
I think it's
Definitely is.
Ode to Triceratops from the Winthrop collection.
You actually have very nice eau de toilette that your paramour gave you in Neverwinter.
I forgot about that. Did I even put that in my thing? Still be using that.
Anything else you guys wish to accomplish over the next couple of hours as you sail into the harbor?
I don't think there's anything else we really need to do, is there?
Scan the seas with a spyglass.
Aside from keep watch for shit. Pardon my French.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep using my divine sense every now and then.
You only
All
have
right.
so many uses of it per day.
I know, I have 3 remaining left, and since we have 3 hours left, I'm gonna activate one every hour until we get to port.
All right. Yeah. After 3 hours, you scan the seas. You see there are plenty of merchant vessels that are sailing up and down. You see Captain Mags, who's sort of sailing nearby, and you get signal just to make sure everything is okay. And then she peels off instead of heading into Neverwinter Harbor to head off to her usual docking area. Scrap Heap, you pick up nothing unusual as you continue putting out your divine sense as you sail in, and eventually you are able to bring the boat into the docks. Luth and Utanke assist as you pull up, and as you arrive back in Neverwinter, your gangplank is lowered, and you are met at the edge of the docks by Lenyez, who you recognize as the harbor master, and along with two of the usual guards that are with her. And you can see one of them has their ledger open, as well a small bucket filled with coin that Ishka and Old Silver you would clearly recognize as the tax collection for boats coming in. And as the gangplank goes down, you can see she's fiddling and sort of playing with the water around her, and it just sort of keeps splashing up and around. And you see a look of surprise as she sees, Silver captaining the ship, and just says, "Well, what are you bringing into our docks? 10% of whatever you carry must be paid as taxes, even for an old dog like you."
Bodies and say, "Do you want the head, the leg, or what?"
We don't have any serious cargo right now, actually.
You're gonna have 10% of any part of the body.
Yep.
That's literally all we're carrying right now.
That's not true. We've also got two wonderful crewmates and a goblin.
I meant cargo we're carrying.
Luth is also
yes.
a wonderful crewmate.
Luth, brushes away a tear and nods at Montauk as you say this. Lenyez will then just sort of look at you and say, "Well, then it's 25 gold for your new ship, and that is everything. Where did you get this ship, Silver?"
It was a gift for aiding the...
We have a writ of ownership for this vessel, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I
yeah.
can't...
Yeah,
can't
we will
get his
present
name.
it. Because it shows that, yes, it was presented to us by King, what's his name, saying that, in service for our deeds, we are granted this ship that was seized by such and such people from such and such people.
Yep, King Red Axe absolutely has sort of signed it, and she nods and just says, "Well, that explains why you're sailing under the flag of Gondolin. You're gonna keep that up, or you're gonna actually choose a different flag to sail under?"
Well, we've been doing some work for the Lord's Alliance. It might be good to sail under theirs. They have a flag, right?
Of course. Or you could fly under Neverwinter or a variety of other banners as well.
Maurice!
This reminds Montauk that he needs to design a flag for his new kingdom.
Chalt has great tax benefits.
With that, she simply welcomes you into Neverwinter, and she and her guards head back on their way. And then she turns and just says, "It's good to see you back on the deck, Silver, especially since nobody around here would hire you on the docks anymore, I suppose." And she winks and then turns and continues on her way.
Also, feigns offense.
Big long side eye over at Old Silver.
Ooh.
What did she mean?
What was that about Old Silver? Was that an old flame?
No, I think she said he was incompetent.
I'm very competent. You all know I'm competent.
It was a thinly veiled comment alluding to the fact that his last ship was taken from him. We know this. We've fought it twice now.
No, and during your last downtime, Old Silver and Ishka worked on the docks. Ishka
Yeah.
got a good reputation. Old Silver's name was slandered.
Ishka's just kind of grinning.
Unfairly.
Sure, Old Silver. Keep telling yourself that.
What did you do? Did you show up hungover every day in the week and then blamed the boss when he got mad?
Oh, I slightly scraped the side of a ship into another one. A little bit.
Slightly.
It only sank a little bit.
It still sank.
It hit the bottom. They saved it.
Did the front fall off?
Come on. Let's
Montauk's
get
We
yeah,
have a
Ishka's
step
following
up.
Montauk.
Yeah. As I step off the deck, I look down at this fisherman below us and I go, "How's the fishing?"
He looks up and just says, oh, "It's good. It's good. Nothing I would eat, but I can sell it. It's fine."
Right.
And as you make your way across the dock, you see the usual art out. You see the tattoo artist. You see the obese dragonborn known as the cartographer selling his maps and his wares. All manner of items are up for sale here 24 hours a day. So there's always sort of bustle and movement. You also, see the sign for the Ocean's Pearl hanging if there's, any trinkets or items that you have found wishing to be sold or to purchase. You see there's a couple of sailors who were leaving, sort of counting their coinage and wares.
So where are we going for the parade? Wait, when is the parade?
The parade is tomorrow.
We should check in with the temple and take the bodies with us.
I mean,
The temple or the... Should we go straight to whoever the Lord's Alliance representative here is? Or whoever the magic group here is?
Have them meet us at the temple. Why? Because we have to do this festival thing. It's on tomorrow. The temple will also have the proper rights to see
Yeah.
Why not?
these dead to rest. So why don't we just find a runner boy and tell the Lord's Alliance guy and the magic users to come and meet us at the temple?
why not have them both meet us at the tavern?
Should report
Or I
back to
know-
Lord Alliance.
I've heard of a good
Have the Lord
gambling
Alliance meet us at the temple. We can report back to them there.
Mm. And then Montauk
place. Or a
Montauk heads up.
karaoke bar. I know a karaoke bar.
Montauk heads over to the tattoo artist and
Oh.
just sort of asks him about his wares and or asks him about his prices. Montauk needs a few more tattoos.
All right. And yeah, I mean, the tattoo artist. Everybody here just sort of knows him as Wally Colors. Nobody has actually known his real name. He's this great bearded dwarf with a long ponytail, and he is absolutely covered top to bottom in various pirate and other sea-oriented tattoos. And he usually stands on this sort of custom-built stool to tattoo various people. And he will look at you and just sort of say, well, depends what you want. I mean, simple, straight line, anywhere from 2 gold. Anything fancier depends on the inks and everything up to 10. And I mean, if you can bring me some gem dust or some other things, I can even occasionally do some magical stuff for you. But that's a little more pricey, and won't be able to do that for you for another 2 to 3 weeks when the new book comes out.
No, it's true.
Montauk just sort of, frowns a little bit at the at the mention of magic tattoos, and if Montauk was any other character, he would be just getting covered in them, but not this one. And just
Like
inquires
an
what the,
inoculation. A little bit of a magic tattoo might let you hold a magic item.
Ooh, what type of magic tattoo? I need one of Umberly.
He gives you a brief sort of rundown, but there are magical tattoos coming in Tasha's new book that will give you basically bonuses to your abilities, or they work like charms and boons.
Yeah,
Ooh.
3 weeks from now, you will know what they are.
Yay!
All right. So, I mean, you guys can head to the Temple of Kelemvor and meet up with the Doom Guide there with the bodies. In terms of an armorer, down around the docks in this area, it is Amber Battlehammer. She is the dwarven woman who made Ishka's breastplate from the Lobstrosities. And, so you can find her simple sort of single-story timber and stone building by its leaded glass windows, as you can, follow the hammering from her working on her sort of wrought iron furnishings, as well as her weapons.
Height is like the same as Magic Splint. Or is +1 Splint.
All right, Montauk, for basic, simple tribal designs, how large a design are you looking for?
Arms and shoulders. Montauk already has, he's already covered in tattoos, but, always a few more.
This one looks like it's staring at me no matter where I stand.
All right, it'll take a good, couple of hours, but it will be 6 gold pieces in total to do a full shoulder and, arm and back kind of thing, even for a simple tattoo. And then he will, sort of dress it for you. So that is going to be most of your afternoon.
All right. Montauk just sort of looks at Old Silver and just says, "Tell me where to meet." And then he sits down and takes off sort of his armor and his tabard, and you see, he's covered in a lot of tattoos and quite a few scars, actually.
I was actually going to go after you, so I'll come back and tell you where to go after we've figured it out.
Ishka's already halfway to the temple.
We should meet at a tavern. I'm gonna go check on what's her face? What was the girl's name again? I can't recall.
Your lover or your crush?
Your-
Admirer?
No, I mean the child we abandoned in the city.
Oh,
You guys forgot about that, didn't
let me look that up. I have
No, I know the one you're talking about. The one from the village. The one.
We never
Oh,
did
tag
anything
along.
with her. We never
Inspiration
met
for
her.
whoever can get it.
Elisandre.
That is correct.
I'll go find Elisandre and make sure we never did get her into an orphanage or anywhere, did we? I don't think so.
You did. You left her with the Doom. You left her at the temple with the Doom Guide. So she is.
Oh, so the
She-
same temple
well
we're
looked after.
going to now? Or was that?
I would assume so. He is. I mean, the Kelemvor is Temple of the Dead, so that would be one place to go. I mean, if you wanted to go to the Umberly sort of temple here, it's in the Spindrift Cave, so it's not an official temple in Neverwinter.
All right.
Other than that, for magic, there's the House of Knowledge, or there is the Cloak Tower as well, which is more magic school rather than anything else.
Well, I think we got to visit the Paramore and stave that off because it's only going to get worse. So that will be what Pavo does before he meets up. Because maybe we can get some more information out of her. I don't know about what, but who knows what's been going on since we left.
Pavo was off to get his feathers ruffled.
I mean, can birds blush?
Actually, some birds can.
All right, Pavo, you head off and up into the Blue Lake district, and you are, stopped at one of the first gates by a pair of guards, and they just look at you and just, business, sir?
Oh, I am here to see the illustrious lady, and I wrote this down, so let me go to my bio. Rosia Scoil. If you'd like, you could send a boy running. Tell her Pavo is come calling.
And you see their faces just sort of twitch for a second, and they're just like, "Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh, well, I am so sorry, sir. You're okay." And they, one of them sort of claps you on the shoulder and just says, "Don't make a scene. It's,
Well,
it's okay. It'll be okay. You'll get over this."
what on earth do you mean, sir?
And he just says, "I don't want to speak out of line. Everybody here knows that she has found her new love and has, well, we're very sorry for you, sir. You aren't the first, you won't be the last."
Pavo will visibly brighten up and give the man a tip of 1 gold coin. No, thank you. That's great information. I will speak to the lady and be on my way. Thank you.
You realize you just gave him a tip of 2 days' wages, right?
Yeah, isn't that a good tip?
Yeah,
2 days'
Fantastic
wages?
tip.
he takes it and immediately sort of pockets it and just says, "Well, you keep a good spirit, sir."
Well, I appreciate the candor of those who work around me. And I pay for that, of course. But thank you, and I will, of course, wait. May I stand here in the shade? I don't want to trouble you anymore.
Yes, please, do feel free. Do feel free, yes.
And I will hum a nice tune. I might be out of this. I know it's going to bite me right in the ass, but I might be out of this.
Yeah, and you wait, and then eventually a servant comes down and just meets you and just says, "The lady sends her regards, but she has moved on. She hopes you're able to understand, but she simply could not be with someone who disappeared from her life like you did and hurt her so badly. Good day to you, sir."
Ooh.
Pavo! I'm not there, I know.
I know, and Ian's laughing, not Pavo. Pavo's a little taken aback by that. But, oh, right, that's fine. What's a sham? Oh, that's a musical instrument, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, no, I was thinking if there was anything I could give, but not really.
Leave with a song, a sonnet to her beauty.
No, she might turn around and come back. I was thinking something like the die pack. But, no, that's fine. Done.
A big envelope full of glitter.
Oh, that's what my die packs were. They were supposed to be markers when we were underwater. But no, I believe I will walk away and I will whistle Andy Griffith.
All right. You jauntily leave the upper crust Blue Lake district, making your way back in through Neverwinter. When you arrive at the temple to Kelemvor, immediately a couple of acolytes come and take the bodies and look at you and just say, "Will you be donating for their funeral, Mum?"
Of course, yes.
They nod and looking at them, will this be a modest event or something a little more celebratory?
Modest, but let's not plan anything right away. We have some questions that need to be answered before we lay them to rest.
Oh, did you wish the Doom Guide to speak to them for you?
That may be an option, but I have invited certain other members here to converge and discuss this issue at hand. If you could alert the Doom Guide to my return, let him know that I wish to speak with him as well when he is free.
of course. And
Thank you.
they leave with the bodies, and you can see one of them looking at the sort of slashed in head of the one that Nithdoris cut open, and just sort of, oh, that's going to be hard. After about 5 minutes, the Doom Guide comes out and greets you and just says, how may I assist you? You have helped me so ably in previous journeys.
This is the same Doom Guide we've been dealing with before, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of give him a quick breakdown of what's been going on, tell him that we've returned for the festival, and that we have two interesting corpses that we may need to have questioned. And if he would perhaps have any more knowledge as to what exactly these... hang on, let me backtrack that really quick. So, as a group, we know what these creatures are, right? Or no? Like as
Montauk
characters?
has no idea.
Okay. Like, I didn't think so. Like, I figured if somebody knew, then everyone would have been informed. And I didn't think that happened, so I was just checking. Yeah, so just kind of like delving into the Doom Guide's mind to see if he knows what kind of creatures they are, anything about them. But she's going to wait to talk to them until everyone else has reconvened at the temple. And she'll also let him know that she's invited the Lord's Alliance Mage on here to discuss events and look at the corpses as well.
I am on good terms with the members there. That is agreeable. I am curious as to what these are. They appeared to be an elf and a human, but you say they are not?
No, I will show you, and if I'll ask the Doom Guide to lead the way to the bodies, and she's going to ask that they're kept indoors, right?
Yes, he takes you down underneath the sort of temple, and it's cool down here, and you can see the bodies have been sort of washed and covered in very simple sort of cotton shrifts as they are prepared for, in this case, cremation. As he tells you again, sadly, the Neverdeath graveyard, the Paupers area has been overrun with undead over the last few months.
No, understandable. Quick clarification. To cast Moonbeam, do I need open sky?
Don't think so.
Okay, it didn't say so, but I was just checking. Are there any other acolytes in the room?
There are the two acolytes. You can ask them to leave if you wish.
Yes. Could you gentlemen please step out for a moment? My apologies.
They look, the Doom Guide nods, and they scuttle off.
And then I shall put them together so they're as close as possible, kind of like sharing the same 5-foot square, and cast Moonbeam to reveal their true form.
And you see the Doom Guide stand up very straight and go, that's fascinating. And, you see him quickly sort of look at them and kind of memorize, and he just says, I have seen something like this before. There are tales of those that are stolen or lost at sea who become servants to creatures of the depths, whether it is aboleths or the kraken, things like that. Occasionally they come back to land as infiltrators and spies.
So the stories they told us about their past lives may have been... They tried to be free of us. We tried to hang on to them to get them to try and get more questions answered from them, but they were drowned somehow. They cried out for help from someone or something, and then they drowned on the boat standing in front of us.
And he looks at the one and he said, this one looks like a sword drowned him. Are you sure?
Yes. She will kind of chuckle at that. It's like, Unfortunately, yes. We did one of our members did a rudimentary form of autopsy on them after they were dead.
And he will just say, I know nothing of that kind of thing. That might be something you would go to the House of Knowledge and investigate. Or, and he'll look a little sheepish at this, but he will say, well, there's the turtle, Lady Ambergree. She is a mystic sage or fortune teller, call it what you will, but she might be one to ask such questions of.
Mystic Ambergris. At this point, I think we should cover all of our options. There is something stirring beneath the waves, and it is not friendly.
I will put out feelers. I know most of the military is still dealing with the pirates above the waves, but if there is something under the sea going on as well, it is something we should certainly keep watch over.
Yes, I appreciate your help. That's all Ishka can think of to do for now. She will thank the Doom Guy for his time and just ask for a place to await the arrival of her companions as well as the representatives of the Mage Guild and the Lord's Alliance.
And he will nod and just say, the cost for speaking to the dead is about 50 gold, just for the incense and other items we use. So think on what you wish to ask them as well, but I cannot guarantee much success. I don't know if I will contact their human spirits or whatever they are now.
I understand. Thank you. Yeah,
He will show you to. All right, yeah, he shows you to one of the side rooms where you originally were, and you are actually waited on by Alessandra, who you see is refilling some of the sort of water pitchers in the area, and she squeals and runs up and hugs you when she sees you and just starts gabbing a mile a minute about all the things she's sort of been up to and done, and what's sort of going on at the orphanage and things like that, and how she actually has shoes, and it's great.
Ishka will smile and laugh and hug her and let her chatter on and just, talk with her while she waits for everyone else.
All right. So what's everybody else doing? Old Silver, what kind of tattoos are you getting?
Old Silver is going to get he's going to roll up his sleeve, and there's a small tattoo of a dragon sort of wrapped around a sword. And right above that, he wants a mountain coming out of the surf with a small crow's nest on top of it.
All right. Do you want it colored, or do you want just black lines?
Black lines.
All right. That'll be 4 gold. And as he's doing you up, he will say, your friend has some interesting tattoos. I don't think they say what he thinks they say, though.
Language of the tattoos in?
They say the Conqueror in Elvish.
I will look at them.
Please tell me it's something like Pretty Boy.
What did they say?
One
Yes.
actually, one says Conqueror, but the other one actually just says, as you are reading it, it just says like clouds and smiles, and it's that the language, if done properly, could mean something sort of like strong and mountains and everything else, but clearly whoever did it just didn't quite get the lines right.
Does it look like it'd be easily fixed?
Moderately easily fixed.
I'll whisper this to him in Elvish. How much to actually fix them?
Mm. He seemed a good sport and took a lot of pain. I'll do it for 1 gold.
I will pass him that 1 gold.
All right. So he spends some time with you and then calls you back, Montauk, to just say he needs to fix up a few things. And you feel him do some finishing touches on yours, but then you also feel him do some changes to some of the other ones. And he's just like, I'm just going to clean up these lines for you.
It means Lord of the Summits. Don't make it say something silly.
He says, absolutely not. I'm just sharpening up these lines. Whoever did this was mediocre at best.
Beautiful.
You are a good tattoo artist. Perhaps Montauk will hire you for Kingdom later.
Well, I
need
make
a lot of
more than sailors. We could talk. That might be a fine retirement way to go. All right, and Scrap Heap, as soon as you set foot on the land, you are immediately whisked away for your costume fitting. And you have a cadre of about 4 or 5 people that are immediately, haranguing you for being so late, but then a couple of people who are just so excited you're there. And you are brought into, one of the halls where last year's champion is waiting, and, she looks at you, sort of a hand on her hip, and just says, you look pretty good, but we're going to make you look great. And they start outfitting you in this, costume plate armor that just absolutely gleams, and, the light refracts off it and is shimmering. They offer you a helmet. They lay out a selection of weapons in front of you, and they say they're all they're mock weapons, but you have your choice of like battle axes, massive swords. There's a couple of halberds, pikes, and they're just like, what does our champion choose for tomorrow?
Huh. We need to make this look fabulous, so I need to look more awesome, so give me a halberd.
All right. They pull forward, a halberd for you, and they, also, sort of clap their hands, and a team of people come out, and you can see they have, oils and salves and all kinds of things, and you will be cleaned and dressed if you wish, champion.
Of course. Spick and span. I need to look at my best.
Yeah, so, over the next couple of hours, you are given the full sort of spa treatment. You are cleaned, oiled, washed.
Oh God, they buff her in
dents
the
and
dark.
nicks are taken up. Oh yeah, they buff everything out. And, you are, a couple of fittings are taken for this armor so you can move around in it. And they ask, is there anything else our champion needs for his day tomorrow?
Nope. I've been shined. I've got my halberd, and I look fabulous. I don't need anything else. I think
right.
I'm good.
And they let you know that tonight at the fairgrounds will be a sort of preview party for everybody who's taking part tomorrow. So you will actually get to enjoy whatever is going on there as well. And they say you can, bring friends, but, there will be food and drink and the mystery house, and it should be a very, very good time.
Excellent.
Is there anything else you wanted to get done after your pampering?
Well, if everything's done with the setup with the parade, I was gonna go with knit doors to the armorer to get better gear if it's available.
Sure. Once you are done, they tell you exactly where to meet, and they give you a run through of the parade route, show you a couple of the monsters and things like that, and give you just a general sense of some of the smaller creatures, and then they wheel out the sort of showstopper, and it's impressive looking.
Nice.
It is precisely what you requested, sir.
It looks fantastic.
All right, so after that, you are able to make it over to the Battlehammer's armory. Nithdoris and Scrappy, as you come in, you see a cart of leather scraps, sort of resting behind the building. The smell of the embers and the tang of, sort of twisted metal, kind of assaults you. And you can see, Amber is this, 65-year-old brown-skinned, dark-haired dwarf, always sort of oiled or shined, with this, metal boot on a club foot that she sort of constructed herself. So you can always hear her sort of stomping around as well. And as you come in, she nods at you, sort of holds up a hand, and you can see her just finish working on a small, just sort of knife blade. And she sort of plunges it, and there's this burst of steam. And then, she puts it aside and just says, "How may I be of assistance?" And she, reaches into these sort of burning embers, and you see her pull out some sort of rolled tobacco leaf that she lights in there and just starts smoking away.
My good friend, would you like to go first?
Of course. I wanted to make Scrappy wants to make sure if they have a splint armor available and a +1 shield.
She says she doesn't truck in anything magical here, but she can certainly get you the armor. Not a problem. She looks you up and down and just says, and she sort of goes back and starts pulling pieces of splint and, sort of measuring and fitting you up. And she just says, with the leather I got, give me, well, I can give you off the rack stuff right now, but if you wanted a little more custom fit for the champion, I can have it ready for you by tomorrow night.
I'm in no hurry.
Well, she says, well, for 2 days then, I'll have it fit you like a second skin. You won't even know it's there.
Deal.
All right, so that 200 gold.
And now, okay, that's fantastic. I just dropped 200 gold on the table.
Yep, and she lifts it up, doesn't even count it, and you can see her holding it in her hand, and she's like, right, great. And she, shakes your hand and just says, I will see you probably tomorrow at the parade. Depends if I win the pie eating contest or if it's the ale contest. We'll see how it goes.
Excellent.
Wait,
And
Scrap keep eating an unlimited amount of food? Because he doesn't have to eat. So how big is his cavity? And where does it go?
It has to come out somewhere.
Does it? What if there's a little black hole making you guys run?
No, he's got like a furnace or something inside of him. Like he's burning it for
Yeah,
fuel.
so can he just automatically win the pie contest?
Yeah, he can just keep on eating and eating and eating. It all just gets burnt up.
Pretty sure they have.
yeah, but it's also speed involved.
Pretty sure they have rules against artificial stomachs.
I don't think they go deep into this.
My horse's head attached to a vat of acid was a perfectly valid entry.
Yes, but was the horse's head in the acid or above the acid? You might have some design flaws.
Oh, yeah. All right, so...
And what about you, my tall green friend?
Yes. Well, I have a bit of a weird order here. I would like to pick up a set of breastplate. However, I'd like to be able to tinker with it somewhat arcanely as well. I'm hoping to add an enchantment to it. I assume it'll be a one-off, but if it works, it'll be amazing. If doesn't, then, well, I at least have good armor to protect myself. So
You want any space for gems? You want a design on it?
I'm hoping to be able to inscribe the arcane sigils of the spell so it'll focus and I'll be able to use it as a implement for at least one casting.
You got a
I want to
template
turn it
for
into
me? I can put a light etching on it. Won't be magical, but it'll give you a path to follow.
Certainly, yes. Basically, I want to be able to scribe a spell scroll into my armor.
Do you know the scroll already?
I do not have the scroll already, but it's a lightning bolt because I know that spell, so it's in my book.
All right. So yeah. So if you make a copy for her, she will do a light, like etching, and you will be able to spend the time to do a full transcription when the time comes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I don't have enough gold to do that and buy the armor right now, but I can work towards it.
Yeah, and yeah, she doesn't have the ability to make it magical, but she can design it as a pattern based upon your spell. So yeah, so she says, that'll be
400 gold.
400 for the breastplate, and another 25 for the design.
Okay, I can definitely do that. Math makes it be cool.
And she shows you a couple of breastplates, one that's sort of really simple. One has a little more design work done.
Yeah,
there's sort of raised edging to it.
Yeah,
and she just, fits your taste.
Yeah, I look over them and, sort of work with her to see, which ones would be best. Because I don't want it to be quite obvious that I've inscribed runes into this. So that at a distance, it looks like it's part of the filigree, but when you get up close, you can actually read it. By which at that point, they're either going to be dying or dead, I hope. So yeah, the idea is that, from far away, it sort of blends into the filigree and doesn't look like it's enchanted until I potentially use it to cast lightning.
She asks what, with the filigree, do you want other words or anything on it, or just a design to hide the spell?
You know what? I assume that somewhere there is a tale of there's like the boogeyman story of Githyanki flying on red dragons, battling the Illithid. And I want to take one of those old stories and just say, that tale.
All right. She says, yeah, she can do her best. It won't be, a work of art like the scribes in the House of Knowledge do, but it'll be pretty.
Practical over aesthetics is always appealing to me.
She nods, and then she'll look at you, Scrapheap, and say, for your magic shield, Ocean's Pearls, where you're going to go for that kind of stuff.
Ocean's Pearls.
Yep.
And with that, when I don't cast Mage Armor, I will have one more armor class than what I have casting Mage Armor.
All right. With that, you all what is Rubel doing during this time?
Well, Rubel would like to get a tattoo as well. I was trying to link it here, but it's now on the Discord instead, and it's a real-life tattoo I found online of the symbol of Umberlee on somebody's forearm.
All right. And he looks at the coloration and with that and says, it's going to be 10 gold.
Deal.
That's a lot of color.
Of course. Only the best for the princess. And Umberlee.
And he, immediately sort of sits down and does the design that you show him for Umberlee's work, and he just says, a lot of people get this as protection, but seems you're getting it as celebratory. And so he makes it this bright blue crashing wave splitting into two.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, and then he binds it up, and he just looks at the three of you and just says, remember Wally Colors when people are asking you where you got your fine ink done.
Absolutely, and I'll tip him an extra gold.
He nods and just says, you've got lovely skin to work on, you two sea elves. Anytime you want more, you come right back here.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's not the scales, is it?
It's not, of course it's not the scales. It's my beauty regimen that I do every night. And then you see one of my followers carrying a very heavy case, suitcase right behind me.
Oh shit, the Daves are back.
Of course they are.
Flotsam, Jetsam, and what's the other one?
No, it was Jacques. Crap. I wrote them down, 1 sec.
Jacques was the frog, wasn't he?
No. 1 sec. Oh, wait. I don't think I did write it down. I wrote down my family instead. There was Jacques. There was... They had French names. I think it was Jacques, Beau, and...
Yeah.
Marianne.
Damn.
You mean I named my frog after one of your servants?
I think your servant was named after the frog. It's a pretty cute frog.
Oh, wait, what? I can
Yeah, you got a frog.
out
each
of
my
character,
forms
I can change the
familiars.
name.
Well, yeah, no, each of my familiar forms has a different name. Frogs are Jacques. Owls are
Oh.
Minerva.
That's also Minerva.
What are pigeons?
Government spies.
Good answer.
All right. Is there anything else anybody wants to get done before everybody meets up with Ishka at the temple?
Yeah, so do I. I want to double check something. Was this place where I got that necklace? Was it in Neverwinter? Was it somewhere else?
Yes. No, it was in Neverwinter. It was down in the cave, which counts as the temple to Umberlee here in the Spindrift Cave.
You know what? Let's go meet up with Ishka because I need to go see a lady about a necklace.
Can I start tonight's carousing on the way back to the temple?
You sure can.
Can we still use the D100 table?
Yes. Are you planning to meet up with the rest of your group, or are you just priming right now?
This is pre-drinks, and then I'm going to meet them.
All right.
And I would like to do one more thing. We talked about trading my longbow for a crossbow.
Indeed.
How hard would that be in Neverwinter?
Pretty straightforward to do in Neverwinter. That, again, would be the Ocean's Pearl.
We'll head there.
Do you have a crossbow expert?
No, but I'm going to next level.
And question, would we be able to sell the Ocean Pearl or the Ocean's Pearl some of the magic weapons that we don't, or magic items that we don't use?
Yes.
Or trade them.
Yes. Cool.
I got the Team Fortress ending.
The only ones we're not using are the bracelet of coral magic and the Ikolwa, right?
No, the Ikowa went to Pavo, but I don't know how often Pavo's actually used
I
it.
haven't even touched it. I was gonna
Direct
throw up
based
my
weapon.
hands, but it's it's a simple magic weapon. That's why I'm carrying it, just in case. But we can totally give it up if we have to.
Like- I will take those two magic items, the coral magic and the Ikolwa, and see if I can get them traded. to
Is
somebody that might
anyone
use someone in the party?
Is anyone using the Pennant of the Vindrum?
The what?
That one to isn't Montauk using it? We tricked him a little bit.
I don't remember having it on me.
Give it to you as an armor.
The Pennant of the Vindrum. Well, it's not on my sheet.
I think we were trying to convince him, and he almost took it. He was just there.
You somehow managed to give me a +1 greatsword. I think that's enough magic items for Montauk.
All right, I will.
Well, it was a silver +1 greatsword, and that's why. Like, it's silver.
Yes.
It'll help you defeat, enemies hardened to not taking damage from silver.
All right, I will. You'll have to come find Pavo to get the item.
It's not hard to find Pavo. He
No,
stands
apparently.
out.
Yeah, apparently now I'm at the
Why
hat
is
store.
everywhere very purple?
I'm at the hat store next door, I guess.
Now, are you wearing all of the hats at once?
Well, it says I wake up in the bed, but you guys are gonna find me I'm meeting you halfway. So Patrick, have I bought the hats yet, or does that come later?
That'll come later because you said you were just priming to start drinking tonight.
Yes, this is my pre-drinking. That's my roll for later. So, all right.
So yeah, so roll me a d10.
All right. Well, first,
But yeah,
the D20.
you find Pavo staring at the hat area in the market area,
So I lose 2
and
gold.
just sort of talking to himself.
2 gold for 9 hats.
My friend, I will find something better for you. Hopefully.
No. Listen to my math now. See, if I buy these hats here, but then return them with this coupon here. Now, then I confuse him while using this coupon here. I should be able to get a great deal, right?
I don't think that coupon works the way you think it does. You see, it says with the purchase of 3 more hats.
Yes, but I'm going to buy the 3 hats, but I'm returning them before I bought them. See, it all makes sense.
How much sense does this plan make?
None, but somehow I'm going to get 9 hats.
All right, with that, you make your way down to the Ocean's Pearl shop where you see Scrap Heap, who is currently digging through a small collection of armor and shields that have been sort of laid out in front of him. You see there's a small sort of buckler, Scrap Heap. There's a larger metal shield. There's a small wooden one. There's one that's been clearly made from some sort of large crab or hard-shelled carapace creature. And, Juliana Woodleaf is the half-elf who runs this. She's got sort of long, curled blonde hair with these striking gray eyes, this rugged brown skin. And Silver from your dealing with her. She's always kind of fair, but she's also known to be a bit of an alcoholic.
Wow.
But she has shown you these shields as you've come in, and she just says, "This is what I have. Does any one of them appeal to you, good sir? They are all enchanted to give you... they're a little lighter, they move a little faster, they're a little better for defense."
Buckle sounds awesome. These are all good items.
Buckler, I barely know her.
Ooh.
Too young to be talking about buckling anyone.
I'm 3. I am a mature adult.
You're also from a species that lays eggs.
Yeah, but there is some buckling involved in that.
All right, so she shows you the shields, and she says they range in price from 3 to 600 gold. Which one are you interested in?
Ooh, 3. Oh, I don't have that much. I'm coming up really short on 300.
Well,
How
wonder
much
if
do you need?
No, if I could sell, no, I only have, if I could sell my,
Pavo's drunk. You can probably pump him for some money right now.
if I sell my sickle, how much would I gain for that? How much would I gain? No, not a
How
lot.
much-
standard sickle? Yeah, she's not terribly interested.
How much do you need?
I 290. I need 8 gold. No, yeah, 8 gold.
Pass him 8 gold and
8
say,
gold?
remember this
Well,
next
roll
time.
me a d6 to see which one you pick. Their scrap heap.
Number 5.
All right, yeah, the one you like. She says, "Oh, that one is 500 gold."
Wow, I have expensive tastes.
Clearly, I mean, look at you. You're gleaming and brilliantly bright. Aren't you the champion for tomorrow?
Apparently, my head is going to explode from all this.
Oh, you could give her a shout out at the parade tomorrow there, Scrap Heap. If she were to,
Of course.
knock a little bit off the price.
Roll me a persuasion
That
check.
would work.
Me?
Should have brought
Yeah,
Pavo.
but you're doing the
7. I have a pretty good bonus.
Yeah, she looks and just says, "That's not really the kind of attention I seek. People know how to find me if they want me." And she, "Do you have any trinkets or things you've found at the bottom of this sea there, Silver?"
Matter of fact, we do.
And I will pull out the bracelet of coral magic and the Ikawa and the Vindrune.
She nods and looks at them and just says, Those are fair items." You see her pull out a little jeweler's eyepiece, and she sort of stares at them and just says, "Clearly enchanted. Interesting. And she looks at the Vindrune and just says, "Ooh, giant magic. Very interesting. What are you looking for?"
Well, obviously, the shield for my good friend.
But I hold back old Silver. If you're selling these items because of me, I don't want you to be doing that.
These are things we aren't using.
Okay, then.
If we can find something,
will,
for example, a
yeah,
shield,
I will pay you back, that's for sure.
protects you. It's the party's. It's not mine. It belongs to each of us.
Okay. Then I owe you nothing.
Roll me for the bracelet of coral magic. Roll me 2d10, please.
13.
She looks and says, "That I can offer you, about 10,000 gold for it."
You're sharing that.
I would say that's
That's a fair price, right?
Fuck
That
the
for
Oath of
the-
Vengeance. I'm taking the money and retire.
Which one was that for?
That was just for the bracelet.
That's the
Wow.
bracelet of coral magic. Roll me an
Jesus.
insight check.
Sell it.
Seems like a pretty good price.
that's a fair deal.
Slowly adds 10,000 gold to my character.
I'd like to point out that's enough to buy a warship.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna upgrade, guys. Woo!
Let's just split. Let's just get plate for every one of our warriors.
How-
No,
yeah,
we're
the Icklewa, she looks at and just says, "I'll trade you that outright for the shield."
That's fair.
How does?
Our bullets
From
better shoot
Pablo, though.
lightning bolts at the end of this.
Well, no, I was gonna say, how does if we can afford a warship, how does Admiral or Commandant Silver and Captain Pavo sound?
We would probably sell the peak.
No, it was
If
a
we bought a
gift
war-
given to us.
Commodore. I
But
have
if
a
we
hat.
sell the
I
buy
have
a
a
galleon.
hat.
And
Bib.
she pulls out a couple of things to show you, and she, one of them is this black leather apron that she shows you and says, "This is the bib of Bandahar the Butcher," that you recognize as the name of a great pirate.
Why that be slashing?
I was going to say, I've heard of this item before.
I imagine if that was piercing.
Yeah, and she pulls out this, small bubble-like sphere, and she says, "You may breathe, but if you got any drowners with you, this will give them 1 hour of breathable air."
We have water breathing solved at this point, right?
Yeah, but it would be
Goes, "Oh, right,
nice.
you guys
Like,
need to breathe."
Ishka or Rubel can let us all breathe underwater, right?
Yeah.
You can. It's just
plus your potions.
me and Montauk.
You can breathe underwater, can't you? With the Mariner's armor?
Oh, yeah, I believe so. Actually,
Is it just Montauk that can't breathe underwater?
I can't
Taurus.
either.
Or and the Taurus?
Everyone should have a potion
Like,
as
okay.
a backup.
I'd like to point out that that bib would not be bad for Montauk, who uses an axe or greatsword. Greatsword. Still
Or,
slashing damage.
For some reason,
Montauk
I'm-
would look at that and go, "What is this?"
No, this is never. Yeah, Permanently
So
covered
these
in
are the
water.
other things she sort of pulls out. She also says she has 11 enchanted arrows. She's got, let's see, she pulls out a couple of potions. She says this oil is slippery and prevents anyone from grabbing onto you. And she rummages around and pulls out a larger one that looks sort of murky, and you can see it looks like there's a toenail floating in it. And she's like, this one will make you strong as a hill giant. Smash your enemies. And she says, "I've got a few scrolls as well. Somebody just pulled these out of the ocean in an old wooden box. They're not ones I'm familiar with, but they are certainly interesting."
May I?
Sure. Give
would
me. Yeah, you open up these scrolls. Give me an Arcana check, please, for the first one.
I can't just cast Identify on them?
These are not spells you've ever heard of before.
Holy crap.
Fancy Tasha's spells.
Or they're-
Not Tasha's. The first one you read and you recognize that. I mean, this one seems to talk about if you hold a gem, it incites greed in the people around you as they stare at it, and it will cause them to just walk up to you and stare at whatever you are holding.
So it's insight greed.
It is.
Interesting. And I will give a vague description of this to her. And what about the others?
Give me another Arcana check.
You never tell the seller what they have.
I want to, in the sense of, listen, I'm the one telling you what this thing is and what it's worth. So she's probably going to give us a better deal on it. Because I could be lying and you never know. That was out of character, by the way.
I know. You're assuming she's telling the truth when she says she doesn't know what they are.
Exactly, that too.
Does
Any
everyone
idea
tell
what the
the
second
truth
one
all the
is?
time?
What'd you roll?
15.
15. You pick up one that reads as the gift of alacrity, and it, you understand it would allow one of your allies to react faster when combat breaks out.
I want this. Like, out of character, I want this. It is an amazing spell. I think it's a little expensive on the.
How many more do you
You
have
were
to
just
identify?
sold 10,000 gold.
Yeah.
How dare you call anything expensive?
Yeah,
I'm referring
Patrick's
to.
that gold out of our hands now.
Also, offer
Yeah.
to do the last scroll in exchange for that scroll.
Well,
I'm not there. Sorry.
yeah, no, it's more gift of alacrity, if memory serves, does have a component requirement for it. I'm looking it up now because I don't remember. Or it doesn't. It does not. It's one of the few ones that doesn't require it. Okay, cool. Yeah, but I totally want that because that could be very useful. So I will say, this is a useful spell for improving the reaction time of your allies. And lastly, the third one. I think there were only 3, correct?
Yep, there were 3. The last
18.
one is Sapping Sting. It's a fairly simple spell, but an intriguing one.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Yep.
Would you allow me to transcribe a cantrip, or is it not going to be allowed?
I wouldn't give it to you if it wasn't allowed.
Okay, that normally
we're
you're
not
not.
AL. We're not AL. We're
It's one
playing
of those
stuff. So
things
yeah,
that-
no, I'm totally good. And I wanted to give you a chance to get some wild mount spells in.
Oh yeah. No, I could definitely. Yeah, I like all 3 of them. Because one can easily shut
Incite
down
Greed
half.
can go on other spell lists too. That can be.
Yeah.
The Bard and the Cleric can use that as well.
And but the other 2, definitely. Sapping Sting is very nice. Because it's a con save, and B, it deals damage and knocks them prone. So it really works into synergy. And Gift of Alacrity, for 8 hours, a creature gets to add 1d8 to its initiative rolls. It does not require concentration. And it's a first level spell. So yeah, I would totally want to pick up the 3 of them if at all possible.
Make a deal.
She says 3 of them for 1,000 gold.
I'd say it's worth it.
We'll get plenty of gold later. Yeah, take that out of the 10,000.
All right, and she, looks at the other sort of items that she's offered you. Any takers on the oil, the arrows, the potion, anything like that?
Do you have any weapons? Any crossbows, perhaps?
She absolutely does. She will trade you straight up for your longbow.
I'll go for a heavy crossbow.
Hi, she pulls one out, and you can see it is this black burled walnut that just gleams. And she says, I got this one about 6 months ago. It should do what you need.
Deal.
And I will trade it.
All right. The trade is done. She also is then reminded, she's like, oh, seeing this old wood reminds me of this amulet that I have as well. And she pulls out this old sort of amulet on a chain that looks like it was strung up ages ago. It's a little sort of chipped, and it smells of smoke and ale, like it's been sitting in a pub for days.
Seems interesting.
It's actual hit points. It's not temporary.
That is correct. It works basically as a potion of greater healing when you drink a pint of ale, mead, beer, or wine.
I could give this to Montauk.
Guys, it doesn't require attunement. We can pass it around.
But we could give it-
Sweet.
How much for this?
This one, I'll do you 90 gold for it.
Easy deal.
Yeah, it is not an expensive item, as it is actually considered a common item.
What? Uncommon, it says.
Yeah, I must have written that wrong. I'll check the book, but yeah, the price I rolled for it was 90 gold, which is a common item.
Currently at plus 8,910 gold.
Sounds like it's time to start splitting some of this loot, or separating the ship with it.
Yeah, we'll look.
Oh, you're right. It is uncommon, so that will be a. Well, I rolled a d6 and got a 1, so it's 100 gold. God damn it!
So 10 more. Easy deal.
No takers on the Needle of Mending or the Bib? Potion of Hill Giant Strength?
What is Needle of
Mending?
Yeah, what's a needle?
The
again?
needle of never.
Mending is a
heard of
dagger that looks like a knitting needle, basically.
Oh, I get it.
You were part of that Kickstarter too?
No.
How much for the needle?
The needle is 800 gold pieces. It is a rare item.
Does it
It's from
actually
the Ledger
cast-
Plus, right?
What does it do?
Does it cast mending?
Is it just a magic dagger? Like, is it a?
You can cast the mending cantrip from it as well.
Yeah. So
At
it's a
will?
+1 dagger that casts the mending cantrip with memory serves.
You want that, Ian?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
a
but-
better
What-
themed appropriate than the Ikowa, yeah.
So we'll grab that too. Is it 800 gold?
Yep.
All right. I don't
Yep.
think anybody except Montauk can make use of the bib or Scrap Heap.
I'm not gonna lie, the bib looks very interesting, but I'm pretty happy with the shield and the new armor. The new shield and the new armor.
Although
Yeah.
actually, bib is amazing for Scrap Heap because it doubles his crit range.
It doubles his crit range, and he can re-roll the weapon's damage dice.
But I have to take the second, it might be worse, so
Yeah,
Yeah, the idea is that if you roll a 1, there's no downside.
How much for the bib?
The bib is 750 gold.
Y'all cool with me buying that too?
Might as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
We just got 10,000, and this has been a bunch of useful items, and maybe, well, we can convince Montauk to wear it.
700 for the needle?
Is 10,000 gold a lot of money?
What?
Yes.
Remember, I'm a princess.
Yes.
I get it.
Is,
10,000
uh,
and-
I didn't
Rue?
think you would be selling the bracelet of coral magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's one of those things of it's the equivalency of a warship.
I know,
So-
but Mommy and and Daddy have like so many warships.
Just to confirm the amounts real quick, 100 for the amulet, 800 for the bib, and then 700 for the needle.
Yes.
Or was
For the
needle
amulet.
750.
Any,
750? Okay. The amulet was
any,
100.
any of those shields wooden?
There was one wooden shield. The needle was 800. The apron was 750.
Okay, so same amounts that I have written down. Okay. How much for a wooden shield? I assume I would have gotten a little shopping list.
Yeah, the wooden magical shield. Roll me a d6, please, Ishka. 400 gold.
Buying it.
What is it?
A +1 wooden shield.
Okay.
And any wands?
No wands, just
Or
potions
staves?
and scrolls. Nope.
Okay,
They didn't.
cool.
I rolled randomly and got a bunch of odd stuff, but yeah, no staves or rods.
So we currently have 6,950 gold in the party loot, in addition to what we already had.
You bastards.
So what does everyone get from that split? Everyone gets 69.50 or what?
I was just
No,
going to put it.
6950 gets split.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I believe we split up the 2465 that's in the party loot last time.
So basically, you nearly each get 1,000 gold.
First, because I need 500 to inscribe my
Ah.
spell.
Well, we're not upgrading the boat because if we sold the boat plus what we have left over, we should be able to get
I
a bigger boat, right?
Don't think.
You can absolutely buy upgrades for your boat.
Yeah, is it
We're
better to upgrade or is
pretty-
it better
yeah,
to buy a
we're-
new one?
Well, I mean, we're pretty good
Let's-
item
yeah.
and money wise. Why don't we, if everyone agrees, put in? I don't want to have to share a room with old Silver anymore.
You don't have to share a room with me. It's the captain's quarters.
Yeah, but I called it, and I put my bunk or my pack on my bed first. That's how you call things. We're not
Like a
Navy.
hotel, maybe.
Yes,
Actually,
this is a floating hotel. We're not in the Navy. You're
Yeah.
captain by committee.
I didn't know my name was committee.
Superior ship upgrades cost 15,000 gold pieces.
Never mind.
Well, we're most of the way there. We're like not most of the way. We're a third of the way there.
Yeah, that's
We're,
why don't we-
we should
armor.
expect.
Montauk won't wear
All right,
magic
yeah.
armor.
Let's look into plate armor for the marshals first.
Yeah.
Ms. Battlehammer is easily able to change your order from your splint to plate mail.
I'm just doing a quick math. Quick math. 2 + 2 is 4. If I have the 1,500 to come up with the armor, so I won't go for the shield, then 14.
I think we're pretty much decided on just decking everyone out with this at this point.
Yeah, everybody's way stronger now.
Yeah, let's just spend it on deck. Keep it as party loot for right the second. Let's deck out, buy all the armor we can, and then everything left over is maintenance and potions.
We need a party fund to like pay our crew.
Yeah. So
Yes.
so let's set aside.
Let's set aside 5,000 gold. Let's
Yeah.
set 5,000 gold aside as the party loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. No rush to spend it all.
All right. With that, I'm going to say we've got about 45 minutes left. The Doom Guide will say he will meet you in the morning. He will apologize to Ishka and everybody and just say there are things holding people up. And as night falls, you guys head to the... Come on now. Sorry, too many maps.
So we're sticking with the 5,000 party loot and
Yeah, yeah.
270 out per. Okay, just making sure.
Are we still
So-
getting late for at least Montauk, if not Scrappy?
So how much money did we get per person?
No, but no.
278.
They should both be pretty close to plate.
I am at 1,100 right now.
Yeah, you guys got 992 gold each.
No,
I thought-
we changed that. So
Oh,
that
5,000 in the party loot. Okay, right.
so 278 gold each.
I had 850 total before.
Ooh, I had 1,400 if we didn't do the party loot thing. I was like, oh shit, 20 gold short.
Montauk recognizes he's not getting his plate mail right now, but soon.
Well, what are
Very
you
soon.
guys short? Because Pavo.
No, since we're sticking with the 5,000 party loot thing.
If you guys want to do that, like Old Silver is
That
not
makes
part
sense.
of the
That's
party,
fine.
but like Brendan is an equal member of the thing. I just suggested 5,000.
Okay, so if we go back to splitting the loot equally, which is 992, 480 gold. I'm 20 gold short from getting a plate armor, but I'm not sure. But am I still getting the +1 shield from the exchange with the Geek Club?
Wait, hang on.
Yes.
Are we
yes.
getting an award from the Lord's Alliance for helping them? Like, are they paying us when we get back to Neverwinter? So now, or was the reward the ship?
The reward was the ship.
Oh,
I thought the reward was the friends we made along the way.
I made you a friend of you before we left. What are you talking about?
More of an
Sorry.
acquaintance.
I'm hurt.
nobody who wants a magic weapon does not have, or yeah, nobody who wants a magic weapon is wanting for one.
Okay.
Generally, like the spellcasters don't have them, but
Yeah, I don't need one.
except for Pavo.
I got
I don't know
them.
what. Yeah,
How
I
about
don't know
the
what kind
dagger?
of friends.
Yeah, we got the dagger for Pavo.
Oh, got to be fancy.
Well, I figured the mending thing was useful to have.
It is useful to have.
Especially
I'm
when
gonna-
one goes around blowing up staircases.
Yes,
I was just
especially on the
thinking-
ship with Pavo.
Excuse me, why is there a giant flaming spider on the map?
You guys are now at the fairgrounds. They are cooking what appears to be a giant flaming spider, but it is in fact mutton and hog. It is just a sort of an illusory spider that they sort of show you. And you can see there are families running around. The beer garden is open. There's sort of a petting zoo in the back. The House of Mystery, which is sort of ahead of you. You see them bringing pumpkins in for the pumpkin carving tomorrow. And as you are sort of milling about, enjoying like candy apples and some ciders, you are approached by a young woman dressed in sort of green with a witch's hat on, sort of crying and screaming. You say, please, will you help me? My friend's been, the dragons have grabbed him. Will you help me, please? Please, they're eating his candy.
Is this a thing for the event?
Yes.
This is the Liar's Night event, but it should just be a quick combat for you guys to run before we leave for
This
the night.
icon, though. Montauk
She is
will
the Green Witch. This is the token they made for it.
Yeah. They're
Really?
Yeah.
interesting.
Montauk will come back from the beer garden with a giant stein in his hand and just say, "Okay, cartoon witch, show me to dragon."
And she just says, thank you, and starts heading. She's like, oh, it's on this way, please. And can I get a perception or investigation check, please? And she tells you, my friend Colonel was kidnapped by this red and white striped dragon, and his friend, and they're eating his candy corn. You, Montauk, managed to find this sort of trail and path by crunching and stepping on one of these candy corn, and your feet are now incredibly sort of sticky, and you're just like
Oh, can we all?
every time you walk, and you have disadvantage on all stealth checks for the rest of this encounter.
Oh, I want to.
Ah, I had
the rest of you.
checks this whole time.
No.
All right.
Damn it! It's in my my feathers. No.
You
And
stepped on it.
yeah, with that, I need a group survival check from everybody, please.
Guidance.
Not used to candy.
I'm going to use a charge for my gem of seeing.
Ow, cavity.
All right.
Wow, 24.
Yeah, you guys.
Hi, Druid.
Yes, you succeed. You are able to follow this trail of candy corns as it leads you out back, down a couple of sort of dirt areas, some old gardens. Eventually, you find your way along a trail leading towards a giant sort of patch of pumpkins that you can kind of smell on the air. I need each of you, with advantage, to roll me a d20, please.
Sorry, all of us.
Yep.
Oh, whoops. Wrong one.
So yes, just roll a
I got a
d20 with
10.
advantage.
11.
7 and
Oh,
14.
advantage.
1 and a 10.
Come
17.
on, 20. Oh, 1 and a 19.
All right. So take the higher number. That is the number of candy corns that each of you find and collect along the way for this encounter.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh,
We're eating
piece of
candy off the ground?
Ooh, piece of candy.
Never picking
Why,
it
you
up.
never ate shit off the ground?
Pavo seems to be eating it.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece
From
of
what I've heard, candy corn tastes better covered in dirt.
Candy corn is nasty ass garbage.
It is.
It-
Agreed.
It's wax colored yellow and orange. I don't understand what the
Like,
All
I've
right.
never had candy corn in my life, so I have no
Same.
idea.
Candy
Yeah,
corn
and-
is my temporary hit
Calico
points.
Cat.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Nabil. You don't need to know.
For psychology?
No,
It's not worth it.
and you can actually get like Thanksgiving dinner flavored candy corn this year from like Brax.
Why?
Ew.
Because it's
'Cause
2020.
America.
It's 2020 and horrible things just keep on happening.
Well, excuse us. We just bought Swiss Chalet flavored chips.
That's
We're on
awesome.
Swiss Chalet. Chalet
All right.
flavored chips.
You guys make your way into the area around this pumpkin patch where you see two large candy cane striped dragons, one popping candy corn into his mouth. You see a cranium rat that is seemingly sort of held down by all these sticky candy corn on its fur. And another one of these dragons is currently chomping on what appears to be a calico cat, but it is sort of crunching, and you can tell this cat appears to also be made out of candy corn. What would you like to do?
Attack!
Am I high right now?
Attack!
You might be.
Yep. This is really happening.
And
Oh,
this
these
little
girls.
green witch points and just say, "That's my friend right over there. You've got to rescue Colonel. You've got to rescue Colonel. They're taking all his candies."
The
It's
cat?
Colonel the cat or the rat.
Oh, one of the dragons.
Colonel is the rat.
Oh,
It's a modified.
All right.
rat.
Montauk was about to kill that cranium rat.
Did I make
Yeah.
it to there or
Yeah, you can move in, and then you hear one of the other dragons in the back say, "You give us all your candy corn, you little punk."
I'll get
So
you.
rude.
Dragons are addicted to candy. Must
This
go
was
through
not happening
withdrawal.
today.
We're gonna give you such a licking. No, I thought that was fun.
He laughs and
Yeah, it's not
appreciates your
bad.
pun,
That's not
but
bad.
he's yeah.
Ooh, this does not bode well for me.
All right, and so yeah, so this one that is gnawing on the cat, you can see is still sort of taking its time. This other one, pops a couple of these candy corn in, and you see him sort of flex and his wings expand out. Rubel, I will say you go first since ties go to the players.
All right, so what am I going to do? It's the end of the night. Might as well just start calling lightning.
All right.
I'm putting that in the quotes file.
Where are you going to cast it?
I'm going to cast it on the one in the back there first.
On the big pumpkin. She hates pumpkins.
No, I like actually
Oh, the pumpkin
like pumpkins.
explodes.
No, the peppermint dragon in the back.
That is a 2. That is 23 lightning damage that you call from the skies. There is this smell of ozone as Rubel calls down her best friend. Any movement, any bonus action?
Nah. My job is done.
All right. With a snarl, this dragon will fly over here and look at all of you and just say, "Kende or else," and rear back and blast this minty fresh breath at all of you. So I need Montauk, Old Silver, Rubel, Nithdoris, and Scrapheap to all give me Constitution saving throws, please.
Do you guys remember when I decided to give up con saves for dex saves?
Yes.
Old Silver, you take 28 cold damage. Montauk, you take 14. Nithdoris, you take 28 cold. Scrapheap, you take 14 cold. All right. That will make it a save, cutting it in half. And Rubel, you take 14 cold damage as well.
I gotta do a second con.
This other dragon is going to look at you, Pavo, and just say, "Oh, you look as pretty as a candy." And he is going to move up to there. He's still got the cat in his hand, but he reaches out with his claws to strike at you.
I ain't no Jolly Rancher.
That is a 12, so he misses on the first one as he still has the cat stuck to his hand, and you see him just but then as he comes around with his second claw, he strikes you for 10 slashing damage, and then comes down to chomp and bite at you. That is a 17 to hit.
That's
For
it.
11 piercing and 2 cold damage. And you see the cat in its arms is still sort of mewing and crying, but it doesn't appear to be in pain. And that takes us to Rubel. Sorry, Old Silver. Rubel, you've already gone, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
All right. So here's the thing: is I'm not really good in melee. I'm going to bonus action give myself 5 temporary hit points and advantage on attacks. And then I'm going to step back.
All right. It will swing a claw at you.
All right.
That is a 25 to hit for 8 slashing damage.
All right, so 3. Each of my temporary hit points. And then I'm going to go up here and take 4 shots at it with action surge.
All right.
Longbow. Because I don't.
You don't have a longbow.
I have a regular longbow.
Oh, okay.
It's not magical.
You're not using a crossbow?
I only get 1 attack until next level.
Yeah, he doesn't have a crossbow expert yet.
Oh, these are Give me one second. I'm going to roll 4 more d20s. I don't actually have the thing.
Yeah.
They all hit so far.
Oh, so I'm just going to roll
And
40, 20 and see if I get any 20s.
Yes.
No 20s.
No 20s, but yeah, your arrows chip off pieces of this candy cane dragon, a grand total of 37 damage.
And that'll be it.
All
It's
right.
action, bonus action, movement.
Pavo.
All right. I'm gonna break you like some kid's braces on a real candy cane. And I'm hoping he's primarily made of one material, so shatter he has disadvantage with. And we will upcast it.
Yeah, no, he is a regular dragon. He is just, it just looks like candy canes.
Chaotic evil, though.
That's still not fair, but
I
oh
mean,
well.
I didn't program one of these things into one of my games today.
And this is so it doesn't hit the cat. I'll be aiming at his... Really?
At its tail? Okay.
So this time you can aim it so it doesn't hurt something we need to keep safe.
What the-
That is a natural 1 on its con save.
And it's a piss poor damage, so we both suck. And I'm gonna finish with, quick, Ishka, turn into a gummy bear and take it out.
Yes.
That takes us to Ishka.
You know what, Pavo? You kind of sort of read my mind. Ichka is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So hopefully the thing has like splits attention, and then she is going to. It's my action, however, so not much the turn. But yeah, Ishka Bear.
Gummy
All right.
bear.
Nithdoris.
Right. Well, I guess I was the only one who was listening, and I don't feel like it's using insider knowledge of some of the things that can be done here. I'm gonna throw my candy at the closest one.
All right. It immediately just reaches down and starts scrabbling it up and shoving it into his mouth.
And
I figured
because
that would be a
I'm-
bad thing.
I thought that would make it more powerful based
Yeah.
on D&D's, rules.
Yeah.
Any
Nope.
movement, any bonus
I'm
action?
I am running over to here because I know it's used its reaction, so it can't attack me.
All right.
And then I'm going to, say, here, just don't hurt me.
If you all give us all your corn, we won't hurt you at all. Give us your candy. Nom, 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 nom.
Don't be a coward, Nithdoris.
Scrap heap.
I worked hard to get this candy corn. I am giving this away.
I'd like to point out, if I didn't use my ability to save on that saving throw, I would have been unconscious.
We got this.
I'm gonna run over here. Activate my divine favor, and then start striking it down.
21 hits. 14 slashing damage.
And another one.
Hits.
Ah,
Another 8. So this dragon, you can start to see is, there is like green peppermint oil and thing that it is leaking out of it now, but it just continues to eat the candy that Nithdoris threw at it.
and that's it for me.
All right. Takes us to Montauk.
I'm just trying to determine 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So Pavo and Ishkabear are there. Yeah, all right. Sounds good. So Montauk is going to complete the spreading out of the players in the face of people with breath weapons, and yeah, he's just going to enjoy the minty smell in the air. Thinks, yeah, this is an okay fight. Too bad that this isn't going into the Chronicle, because who the hell would believe it? And then superiority die on. I'm going to try to trip him by
All right.
smashing him in the face with a greatsword
Ooh, that hits.
for not a lot of damage. What the fuck? What 2? Something is terribly, terribly wrong here.
Yeah, because where's your even strength modifier on that?
Okay,
Just roll it manually.
gonna have to.
And what kind of save does he need to make?
That didn't roll the dice. That just
Yeah,
what?
Yeah. Okay. So
it's
that's
2d6.
normal.
And you get to re-roll once.
Yes. That didn't do it. So 14. Did I get that wrong? I must have gotten that wrong.
I don't know what you could have gotten. Like, I'm looking at the roll, and there's just no dice.
It's. Oh, you know what it is? No, you know what it is? It should be 2d6 RO.
Oh shit! You're right. I screwed that up, and I was looking at another formula to do that. Okay, awesome.
And what kind of save does he have to make?
Programmer, ladies and gentlemen. Strength save, because I'm tripping him. 15.
That is a 15.
Yes, I realize. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Screw it. Action surge. 3 more of those. Take out the superiority die. Does that roll correctly? Yes, it does.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Does. And it re-rolled 1 for a 5.
That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Second hit.
And with
30
your
total
action
damage.
Surge. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Surge.
Actually, it was 32 total damage because you had your superiority die on the other one.
Okay, 23 to hit for 12 more.
23 hits for another 12.
And 23 hits for 15.
15. All right. Yeah, this dragon is looking very badly hurt, continuing to eat candy corn. And at this point, this little green witch is just like, don't hurt her. They just want candy. Keep one of them for me. I'll keep it as a pet. If you give them candy, they'll stop attacking.
As a free action, Montauk will just throw his candy corn at the thing. Go away.
All right. It immediately starts sort of scooping it up. That takes us to Rubel. So this one in front of you is very badly hurt. This one has taken 1 hit, so isn't too badly off.
All right, so I'm going to kill the one right in front of me, but I will angle my Call Lightning to strike here, where it won't strike anyone else. 1 sec. Because it strikes 5 feet everyone around it, right? So it would strike Peppermint Dragon.
That is a 19 for its dex save.
All right, and that means... What did you say, a 16 or?
19.
Oh, a 19, so half damage?
All right, it's still alive.
How? How are you not dead? You're made out of damn candy. Are you sure I'm not high?
It is just barely hanging on, but because it made it save, it takes only 4 lightning damage. And it continues to eat, and rather than attack, it is going to raise up and just say, "Everybody sing with me," and release its festive presence. I need everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
No, these are monstrosities. They need to be killed.
Montauk does not sing.
That's not true. I've heard him sing shanties.
What?
Give me enough booze.
All right.
Seems like not as wise as me, Scraphook and Montauk.
Scraphook?
And this guy is
Uh-oh,
going
it's
to
autism.
continue going after
Alzheimer's.
Pavo.
So who failed and who succeeded that?
Pavo
I
failed,
failed.
Rubel failed, Ishka failed, everybody else succeeded.
It's too much of a mind fork for me.
So what happened to them?
You'll see.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's really interesting.
Okay, so this guy is going to step back that way. Pavo, you get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Did I pick up that dagger yet?
You sure did.
I've given it to you.
All right. So that is a plus. This will be +1 because I haven't made it +1 yet.
Yeah, that is a critical failure. As Pavo, you start to see your feet start to shuffle and you just feel a song in your heart ready to burst forth. Much like this minty fresh breath that bursts forth from the dragon. So I need Pavo and Ishka to both give me Constitution saving throws, please.
It was nice knowing you, Pavo.
You said con, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Sorry you died to novelty event.
Pavo, you take 28 cold damage. Ishka Bear, you take 14 cold damage. And Pavo collapses to the ground. That takes us to Old Silver.
Does my candy spray out when I die?
I'd like to point out, so far, I believe Scrap Heap is the only one who can actually heal them who's available right now.
That is going to be correct.
I'm going to fire an arrow at this one, but first I'm going to give myself advantage.
All right. You see, he is just scarfing down his candy and looking at everybody just, why don't we just sing?
Custom.
All right.
So yeah, 500 hit points, advantage. I'm going to fire shot at him.
Hits. He is dead. He collapses down to the ground. His candy sprays out.
Fire at the other guy.
All right. Misses.
Does a
19 hits. Yes.
Oh, that's actually not a 19. That's a lot. That's a 20.
It's a 19 on the die.
Yeah. So that definitely hits for 8 piercing.
And then, yeah, that'll be it.
All right. Death saving throw, please, Pavo.
Ooh.
We're pretty close to the ship, right?
Ooh, that is a success.
Ooh my.
Okay, Pavo.
The bear stands up on its hind legs and begins to growl, but it turns into what sounds like a festive carol.
Oh, Pavo's missing the ballet.
And you see the bear up on its hind legs, start to sort of sing and sort of sway. At the end of your turn, give me another wisdom saving throw, please, Ishka.
I'm doing the circus bear act again.
Yep. But it passes.
Hallelujah.
And that takes us to Nithdoris.
Okay, well, soon I'm going to have to transcribe those new spells we've got. Let's see here. Fine. You know what? I tried to negotiate. It didn't work. I assume if I move here, I can catch it in a line that misses the cat.
The cat's kind of stuck to it right now, so it would be difficult. I will say yes, though,
Okay, cool. In that case,
because this is just a
lightning
silly thing.
bolt.
That is a 17. But yeah, your lightning bolt catches part of it, shocking it for 16 damage. Any more movement?
No, I moved quite a ways to get there. I'm basically done. I forgot about my familiar, but that's okay. I don't want her around for this. Let me see here. Actually, I think I have about 5 more feet, so I'm going to move back a little bit more and free action Tisk at Rubel.
All right, takes us to Scrap Heap.
All right, so Pavo's down, but he have 1 success. Okay, so
Yeah, he coughs out some feathers, just.
yeah, I think I would make it over there. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna focus on this guy. How badly does he look?
He does not look that badly hurt.
Okay. Okay, just a quick question. Since I have my Divine Favor activated, am I able to use my Divine Smite also? Or is that a different? No.
Divine Smite is a class ability. Divine Favor just adds damage based on a spell.
Oh.
So yeah, you can
yeah.
smite. You just have to expel a spell slot in order to smite when you hit something.
Ooh. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so the first strike coming in.
And you get to choose after you've actually hit it. So if you crit, you can decide, yeah, I want to smite on this one because it'll be super extra damage.
Sweet. Okay, so first one coming in.
Misses.
It misses. Crap.
Deflected by the construct stuck to its arm.
Okay, second one coming in. And
That one hits.
that one hits. I will be using my Divine Smite. And that was Divine Favor. Now Divine Smite coming in.
What level Divine Smite are you doing?
That was level 1. Oh wait, it used Radiant again. I forgot to turn that off.
All right, so that is going to be a grand total of 30 damage. So yeah, you smite, and then this blinding flash sort of in the night in this pumpkin patch explodes off. And you can actually see this dragon sort of recoils and just like, ow. Takes us to Montauk.
Free action. Montauk picks up some of the candy around the corpse of the dragon here. Will walk up to and throw the candy at the peppermint dragon up here.
All right, yeah, he immediately just starts snapping it out of the air and just nom 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 nom.
And then with his actual actions, will attempt to grab the cat off of the dragon.
All right, this will be a contested strength check. You reach out and it is sticky and, sort of grasping onto it isn't that hard, but yeah, ripping it out of this dragon's grip.
I'm trying to see if I get like advantage on anything like this, powerful build or whatever. Just carrying or drag capacity, that sort of thing. Okay. 18.
You are able to rip this sticky calico cat construct out of the dragon's hands.
And Montauk will hold it up for the witch. Yours.
And she, moves over and sort of cries like, "It's not my, save the dragon, I want and take it home. I love it. I'll make it my pet. It'll be my friend. Please don't hurt him anymore. Just let him live. He's so
Okay.
cute."
Okay, dragon can live if dragon stops fighting.
Rubel. you spend your turn singing a festive carol.
But wait, the one who cast it died, didn't he? Isn't this like a concentration spell?
It's his festive presence, so I'm going to say it doesn't matter. You still feel festive.
Oh! I start singing. My eyes say, "What the?" My eyes are like, "What the hell is going on?" But I start singing some foreign carol that I have no knowledge of. Although I keep trying to put Umberlee in there, and maybe try and make it an Umberlee song instead.
All right. End of your turn. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please. You remain singing and trying to stick Umberlee's name into this song. This dragon that you ripped this construct out of, Montauk, is just eating up the candy that is in front of him that you have given. And I mean, he's starting to like reach in and get some of it stuck in his teeth. And he just looks around and he's just like, fine, look, just give me your candy and we'll just end this. I'll just go. I'm done here. I'm starting to get a bit of a tummy ache. Takes us to Old Silver.
So he's all right. I'm gonna take my candy. Can I throw it him from 10 feet away?
Yes.
I will throw him all of the candy that I have.
All right. He scoops it up and starts shoveling it into his mouth. Some of it he puts into. You can see he just kind of licks and sticks it to his body. He's like, "I'll get these later."
And then I'll second wind.
All right, that takes us to Pavo. Death saving throw, please.
All by myself.
That is a failure. Ishka Bear.
All right, bonus action, pop back into Ishka. Free action, throw him candy. Action, come over here to Pavo. And
Step on his neck.
Finish him.
Wait, she's
Well, as
an
soon
LA
as
police officer?
Fatality.
my sheet isn't loading for. I have my brown bear sheet
Pavo's
up.
got to die.
I'll
Roll 20 has
throw.
to create it.
Ian, that was Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Anyway, I will give him a healing spell as soon as I reload my character sheet. So like that's my action. I'll heal
All right.
Pavo.
Nithdoris.
All right. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna take Rue's candy and toss it to the dragon.
Those are mine. It's okay.
All right. Scrap Heap. You've seen everybody else hand off their candy.
Taking candy from the sea elf.
I can't really enjoy this candy. Might as well give the dragon all of mine, which is 10.
All right. He takes it all and, he just says, "I'm sorry about your friend. He can keep his," as he's sort of pulling it out of his teeth. And, he looks around and is like, we good here? I'm sorry.
I want
This sugar just makes me crazy.
He knocked me down. I want his candy.
Perhaps it is time for intervention.
Yeah, give me his candy. I want all of it.
Maybe get
No,
tricked for
it's my
diabetes.
candy.
I'm gonna try I'll stand up and try my menacing on him.
All right.
Montauk hands Pavo a candy corn cat.
Nice.
No,
Aw.
Pavo, you see, puffs up, and this dragon, you can see, just spits out a bunch of this candy and immediately, throws a bunch of it on the ground and just goes, get that thing away from me. Get it away from me. And starts sort of dashing away. And the young sort of witch runs up to Ishka and hands you a small package and just says, "Thank you. Oh, thank you." And she goes chasing after the dragon, saying, come back. I will love you. You'll be my favorite.
You're welcome.
Will look pleased with himself.
And this rat then will rip himself off of these pumpkins and come up to you and sort of look at all of you. Rubel, you're back to your senses. And
just
in
happened?
your mind, you hear this cranium rat just say, well, thank you very much. I was in a bit of a tight spot there. Thankfully, my construct did its job and kept them distracted. But you're welcome to keep it there, big, strong guy. That it looks cute on your shoulder. If you excuse me, I'm going to go recover and take a bit of a break. It's been a hell of a night. And he will scurry off into the pumpkin patch.
Montauk just looks down into the stein that he was kind of half carrying with his other hand while he was swinging the sword and just be like, do they normally put herbs in beer around here?
No, I think this is something new.
Fought a little hard on the way over, but oh well, back to drinking.
Yes, nice hats.
I don't think
And-
I have that yet.
Montauk will just sort of tuck the candy corn cat under his arm and just sort of shake his head and look really weird and perturbed and say, this is not going in the Chronicle. And he heads back to town.
Oh, it's certainly going in the Chronicle.
All right. So you have a candy corn calico cat, which can be used as a familiar or an animal companion.
Ooh.
You've also been given, you see this 4-card tarot card set, Ishka.
Okay.
Do animal companions do anything for fighters, or is that strictly speaking a druid / ranger thing?
Give you advantage.
Druid ranger thing.
Yeah.
Montauk will just look at the cat, think about it again, and then throw it at Ishka.
I mean,
Yo!
it can
Okay.
also become a familiar in the official rules.
Yeah, so yeah, you can have it as a familiar or an animal companion.
Doesn't Doris want a cat companion, or does he already have one?
I have Minerva, and honestly, the only difference between this and any cat I would summon is this is a construct.
Okay. Yeah, so if everyone's okay with it, Ishka will have candy colored corn cat companion.
Which would actually be a good thing, good reason why Pavo avoided hitting it with Shatter,
Yeah.
because this thing was a construct.
Looks like
thought
it tastes
about
like nothing.
My cat's gonna die from the regardless if it fails or passes. It's
Ishka,
Yeah,
your
it
cat-
has 2
Yeah.
hit points.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but still, it's
no.
a construct.
Ishka, your cat is very cute, but if it gets stuck in my feathers, they're all going over the board.
Or my hair.
The cat or the feathers?
Both.
And with that, you guys are able to wander back to the festivities of the night, which are wrapping up. Everybody comes up and sort of shakes your hand, Scrap Heap, and just says, "I'll see you in the morning." And you guys can finish your night off. You go continue partying and carousing. Pavo, where you wake up in the morning, down a couple of gold, and the proud owner of 9 new hats.
Oh, I have a plan for these hats. Everyone
And
gets their own hat.
yeah, you guys awake to the sound of a boisterous city in fine spirits, and we will have a parade next session. See everybody next week.
All right. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
Hi guys.
Good.